Hi guys, welcome back to another week of Shifting Lives. And this week I want us to talk about changing seasons. Yes, it is spring in our country and it is everything blooming, everything colorful. It is so beautiful to walk outside and see the beauty of nature and the trees. And now listen to me. I'm talking about the beauty of nature in spring. And the truth is all season round there's beauty of nature. Whether it's winter, summer or autumn, because nature in itself is designed to occupy that space in that season, becoming that version of a tree, it does not make it any less beautiful. And that's what I want to talk about today. Okay, that even though we are transitioning into this beautiful season of colorfulness and brightness, it does not mean the previous season was not at its peak beautiful. Okay, and that also it has to do with our lives as well. We are constantly going through this changes in our lives where every single time we feel like the past is dull, where we feel like the past does not have beauty in it because there's so much hurt and maybe so much coldness and there was just too much dryness in that season. However, there's always beauty in that season. And today, talking about changing seasons, I want us to realize that with every season there is beauty in that. Because the first thing that we need to realize is that for every season, there's a different version of us that needs to be birthed. And I think we get so comfortable in a space where, because I've been this way for so long, that even when the season changes and requires of me to be something else, this requires for me a version that I am not comfortable to tap into, then I feel like there's no beauty in that season. The truth is there is. Whether your season is dry, whether your season is windy, whether there's snow somewhere in your life, whether you feel cold and alone and lonely, the beauty is that there's a version of you there, right there in that coldness, in that lonely place that is being birthed. And the more we pay attention to the features and the alignment that God is bringing into our lives, it becomes easy for us to tap into exactly what God has called us into. Okay, and with this changing season into spring, something is coming to an end. That's the beauty of seasons, actually, because for every new season, there's an end of something. So when we are happy and grateful for the changes that are happening in our lives and we are tapping into this beauty of color and sunniness and we start to wear less of our clothes and show more of our bodies, we also need to realize that there is the beauty that comes from pain and dry seasons and wilderness seasons. And it is so important. The Bible teaches us that there is nothing new under the sun. It is so important for us to realize that pain and grief are not new to me. They may be new in how I tap and how I actually navigate that season, but it is not new. And when that season comes to an end, I need to figure out, or I need to at least give myself the opportunity to wonder, who am I now? Who was I before the windy season and who am I now? Who am I becoming in this season? The reason for this is that it makes it easy for us to navigate the next part of our journey, to pivot anything that might come and strain us out of enjoying this season, out of fulfilling the purpose of the season. When I realize what has ended, when I realize what I come from, when I realize what has ended for me, I'm able to tap into something new. And I can birth in me something that aligns to what the season needs. And the truth of the matter is that some of the seasons that have passed, they have taught us, or they have prepared us for the seasons that are coming. And that is why for me personally, I love spring. I don't love spring because of the colors and the flowers. Okay, that's also nice and whatever. But I love spring because with coming of spring, it means there was a dry season before. And I'm not a windy person. I'm not a winter person. I don't like winter. I'm not quite sure what season of the year I like, but I don't think I like winter because I just don't like too much dressing up. Okay, I also don't love revealing too much, but I don't love dressing up. I don't love summer because I feel like I don't know what to do in summer. You feel like walking naked and whatnot. But I love spring because with spring there's a balance of everything. So in a way, what spring is teaching me is for me to bloom from what I used to be comfortable in and now start to show myself even better and much more stronger. and much more capable. So we see trees giving up flowers, we see trees blooming, we can smell the scent of beautiful flowers, and that is the strength of the flower of the plant, because it has withstand the test of time. It has come out of dry season and it stood still. And that's what life teaches me, that after the storm, after the dry season, I get to a point where the version of me that was created in the wilderness of dryness and cold and winter months is now being birthed in the season of summer and spring and blooming. And that is what is blooming. That's why I say to you, it is very important to recognize who you used to be in those seasons so you can see who you need to become in this season. Because for every new season, there is a different version of you that needs to be birthed. And the truth is, these seasons come and go. All year round, they change. All year round, they repeat. And next year, we're going to come again into spring. But the version of you that is going to be birthed now is going to be different from the version of you that will be birthed in the next spring, in the next summer, in the next winter. So if you're not living intentional to learn and let the environment and the beauty of God's creation teach you what you need to know or what you need to become, who you need to be, you will miss an opportunity for God to work something miraculous in your life because you are so comfortable and you're still wondering, but why is it so hot? Why is it so smelly? If you've got sinuses like my husband does, right now you're not really happy because this season, with the pollen and everything, there's just too much sinusitis going on, and you concentrate on the negative effects that the season brings over your life more than what the positive it has. And the positive thing is that it helps you navigate the version of you that needs to be birthed.